Welcome friends, in this tutorial we learn about the polymorphism and dynamic binding. The three pillars of object-oriented programming are encapsulation, inheritance and polymorphism. You have already learned the first two. This tutorial introduces about the polymorphism. Polymorphism means that an object of a subclass can be passed to a parameter of a superclass type. A method may be implemented in several classes along the inheritance chain. Python decides which method is invoked at runtime. This is known as dynamic binding. You have already used inheritance to model a relationship. We now explore other relationship. Now we see the isInstance function. The isInstance function can be used to determine whether an object is an instance of a class. You can fix this problem by using Python's built-in function. This function determines whether an object is an instance of a class by using the following syntax: isInstance in the bracket object and class name. Now we see the class relationship. To design a classes, you need to explore the relationship among the classes. The common relationships among the classes are association, aggregation, composition and inheritance. First one is association. Association is a general binary relationship that describes an activity between two classes. For example, a student taking a course is an association between the student class and the course class, and a faculty member teaching a course is an association between the faculty class and the course class. Now we see the aggregation and composition. Aggregation is a special form of association that represents an ownership relationship between two objects. Aggregation model has relationships. The owner object is called an aggregating object and its class is called an aggregating class. The subject object is called an aggregated object and its class is called an aggregated class. An object can be owned by several other aggregating objects. If an object is exclusively owned by an aggregating object, the relationship between the object and its aggregating object is referred to as a composition. For example, a student has a name is a composition relationship between the student class and the name class, whereas a student has an address is an aggregation relationship between the student class and the address class, since an address can be shared by the several students. In this tutorial, we learn about the basics of polymorphism. Thank you friends.